Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. Welcome to the demo session of our Foundation 2.0 RBWM class. So once you are here, just let me know. Is the audio and video fine and I'm audible, visible, everything is okay? So I welcome you to this demo session. I am Anshul Maam, your JAIIB mentor, and I will be teaching you the RBWM paper for the Foundation 2.0 course for the May-June 2026 exam cycle. Hello everyone, welcome to this Foundation 2.0 class and starting from today you have the month of January, February, March, and April. April is towards your revision. The complete April month will be for your revision. So we need to complete our syllabus by March. We have enough time, ample time. If you attend all the classes on a daily basis, you will definitely complete the syllabus. Today, this is just a demo session, introduction session, and I'll be introducing you to the RBWM paper, the syllabus, paper pattern, the module wise weightage, everything. Even I attempted for the JIB November 2025 exam, and I know how the questions were asked, what was the difficulty level. So I will be using my own experience to provide you the best study material so that you can also qualify your exam in this May 2026 exam cycle. This is just a glimpse, a few of the many examples of the aspirants who have cleared their November 2025 RBWM paper, scoring 50 plus, 60 plus. You can also see 72. The aspirants found the paper easy, 76 in RBWM, and that was because of conceptual clarity. The institute is increasing the difficulty level. The questions that are being asked, they are not direct, rather case study, scenario based, application based questions are being asked. So that is why we need to level up our preparation. So I will be providing you that perfect preparation so that your name can also be seen here with the other aspirants who have cleared their JIB exam in their very first attempt with such good scores. So let us start our preparation. Study material after every class that we have, our live classes, you are going to get the PDF notes that you can download for each and every unit. These will be the class notes. That is the utmost study material that you need. Nothing more than that. Do not worry about any other books, any other study material. It is very important that you stay consistent in your preparation. You stay consistent in your study material. Do not shift from here to there. Other than that, if you have subscribed for the super elite plan, the foundation plan, you already have the notes which are also available on the platform. You have the revision classes, the short videos and notes, mock tests, everything that you can utilize for your preparation. All right. So, if we talk about the expected dates for our May 2026 exam, your registrations will start very soon, will probably complete by February. First paper, you have four papers that you need to qualify in your JIB exam. I hope you already know the qualification criteria. Each paper will be of 100 marks. For that, you need to score 50 plus in all the papers. And if you are attempting all the papers in the single attempt, in one attempt, then you need 200 plus across aggregate. Then also you will be considered pass. So even if you have scored less than 50, but more than 45, that is 45 plus across all the papers, and your total is more than 200, then also you will be considered pass, right? All your four attempt papers in a single attempt. If you don't, then the papers that you clear will be, the credit will be retained. It will be passed on to the November 2026 cycle, right? So try to study all the four papers and trust me, it is very much possible to qualify the JIB exam in your very first and your single attempt. All the aspirants have done it, right? RBWM is your fourth paper. The retail banking and wealth management is your fourth paper, and it is the most scoring paper out of your four papers: IEIFS, PPB, AFM, and RBWM. RPWM is the most scoring because here all you need to study is what you're dealing with in your daily life, in your daily banking career as a working professional. You'll be studying about the important liability products, the asset side products, the insurance business of banks, mutual fund business of banks, RTGS, NEFT, basic things. And many topics you'll be seeing are common across the four subjects. PPB and RBWM have some very common topics, right? So this is the expected date. You have time till May for your preparation. The exam pattern, like I already told you, there will be 100 questions, total 100 marks, 2 hour duration. The questions will be of point 0.5 mark, 1 mark, and 2 mark questions. Mostly numericals and case studies are 2 mark. Remaining point 0.5 and 1 mark questions are very simple, and 70% of the paper for the RBWM is, if you are consistent and diligent, you will just look at the question and you don't even need to read the options. You'll know what the correct answer is. There is no negative marking. So you attempt all the questions. Do not leave any question behind. There is no negative marking. So this is the paper pattern for your RBWM, and it is same for all your four papers. 100 questions, 100 marks, total duration 2 hours. You need to score 50 plus to qualify each of the papers. How much do you need to pass? A candidate must score at least 50 out of 100. You only need 50%. One important thing, you don't need a PhD to qualify the RBWM or the JIB exam. You don't need to worry about each and every point. If you find numerical stuff, don't worry. RBWM paper maximum has 5 to 10 mark numerical. 90 marks are still theory. You can focus on theory, right? If you find mugging up, remembering things difficult, doesn't matter. The module C is completely easily case study based. You can score marks from there. All you need to score is 50 out of 100. So don't worry about the Macmillan books, don't worry about the whole lengthy syllabus. Focus on what is necessary to qualify the exam. And that guidance I will give you from my own experience. I've been teaching for 5 plus years. I've attempted the papers myself. So I will tell you what is important, what is not, what will help you clear the exam. And second is the aggregate benefit criteria. Let's say in three papers you have scored 52, 53, 60. In one of the paper you scored less than 50 but more than 45, 47. Then also you will qualify the exam because the total is more than 200 out of 400. So this is the aggregate benefit. This benefit you are going to get only when all the four papers are given in a single attempt. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt, doesn't matter. It can be any attempt but a single attempt. So in May 2026, if you attempt for all the four papers together, then you will get this overall aggregate benefit. And in one cycle, if you, let's say, score 50 plus in three papers, and in one of the paper your score is, let's say, 43, then in the November cycle only this paper you'll have to give and qualify. The remaining three, the credits are retained, right? For 3 years or 5 attempt, whichever comes earlier. The credit retention is for the past subjects. This is the criteria for passing the JAIIB exam. Now let us focus on our RBWM paper, the Retail Banking and Wealth Management paper. There are 30 units in our syllabus. They are divided into 5 modules. Rather, 4 modules are only given, and the fifth module is additional reading material on home loans. But since the last three exam cycles, questions are increasing from this module as well. That is why I'm saying 5 modules. So the first module is module A, Introduction to Retail Banking. You'll be studying about what is retail banking, how is it different from wholesale banking, the concept of profit and profitability. The weightage or questions you can expect around, I can say 10 to 15 mark questions from module A. Then module B is very important, the retail products and recovery. You'll be studying about the different types of deposits. For the class of individuals, the savings account deposit eligibility criteria, current account eligibility criteria, what is a recurring deposit, the premature withdrawal in a time deposit, the different type of asset product loans, home loan, education loan, vehicle loan. You'll be studying about the SARFAESI Act, the recovery of debts due to Banks Act. But trust me, not tough. You can expect around 25 to 30 mark questions from Module B. Module C is very simple, support services, customer relationship management, the BCSBI code for service, and here also 5 to 10 mark questions, they come from Module C. Now, the most important module, Module D, which is wealth management. Only 4 units are there in Module D. Still, maximum questions, around I think 35 to 40 mark questions were there from our Module D in the November exam cycle. All right. So, Module D, you'll be studying about the various wealth management products, the different types of bonds, insurance, mutual fund, tax planning, what is capital gains. These topics were asked. So make sure that you give module D priority. And then module E, which also has 4 units, it is the additional reading material on home loan. Questions were asked from module E as well. Questions from the different types of mortgages. What is a simple mortgage, the uh, registered mortgage, the usufructuary mortgage, conditional mortgage, equitable mortgage. Questions were asked. Questions were asked, numerical questions. What is the meaning of time value of money? How do you calculate the present value and future value of money? Like this, numerical questions were there. But once again, do not get worried about numericals. This paper, RBWM, has very scoring numericals, very easy formulae are there, and you need not worry about it. Okay? But maximum paper is theoretical. Even to solve the numericals, you need to have theoretical understanding, conceptual clarity. So these are the paper details, the types of questions. Direct MCQs of zero point 0.5 marks are asked. Like the institute will ask you, what is the nature of a payment under RTGS? So you need to remember it is final and irrevocable. Very simple question. Numericals are asked. Numericals are asked from the return on asset and return on equity part, module A. Numericals are asked on the calculation on interest of home loan. Then numericals are asked from the module E, present value, future value of money, and capital gains. Numericals will be of 2 marks. Multiple selection type questions are there. You will be given a scenario. You will be given 5, 6 options. You need to select 1, 2, and 3 are correct, 2, 3, and 4 are correct. These will be either 1 mark or 2 mark. And then the case study based questions that are lengthy. Case study based questions are definitely lengthy, but they are not tough. And they will give you easy 2 marks if you understand how to approach them. So we will be studying in a manner that we can also easily solve the case study based questions. So these are the type of questions asked: zero point 0.5 mark, 1 mark, and 2 mark question. And these are the must do topics. The topics from each of the module that you should definitely not skip. And these are based on the questions that were asked in your May and November 2025 cycle. Okay, so what is the meaning of retail banking? The difference between class retail and mass retail banking. SBU approach, the strategic business unit approach. Every time the institute asks you question without fail, it is a repeated question. Applicability of the retail banking concepts, the horizontal model, vertical model, predominantly horizontal model, difference between retail and corporate banking, in which type of banking the impact of NPA is more, the unit cost is more, and branch profitability. Again, you will definitely see questions from these topics in your exam. Module B, the whole module B is in fact important. Customer requirements, you'll be studying about the Maslow's theory, product development process. There are four stages in the product development: the introduction stage, growth stage, maturity, and decline. I'll be showing you a graph for that. The important retail liability products, asset products, credit and debit card. How do you calculate the interest on the credit card? How do you calculate the minimum amount due? What is the annualized percentage rate? And remittance products. Then, module C is simple, but it is important if you want to score extra marks. The weightage of module C is increasing in every exam cycle. So you'll be studying about the delivery channels, remote channel, the digital channel, physical channel, the delivery models, direct and through the direct selling agents, customer relationship management. You'll be studying about the two codes given by BCSBI and the marketing information system. The whole module D, all the four units, questions will be asked, and similarly for module E as well. Mortgage, valuation of real property theory and numerical, housing finance, tax planning theory, appraisal procedure theory. Questions are asked. All right. So these are the must do topics that you should definitely revise carefully, study them, and do not forget them. So, what is going to be our strategy in the foundation batch? First, we will complete the syllabus. We will complete the syllabus by the end of March. All the four modules, all the five modules will be covered. I told you that module C and module A have less weightage. Doesn't mean that you can skip it. You cannot skip module A and module E because numericals are asked from here. You need to practice the mock tests. You have full length mock tests, module wise mock tests that you can practice. So once a module is completed, I will share it in the community group that this mock test you need to practice, and then we will discuss the questions. You need to follow the exam specific notes only. The Macmillan books are very lengthy. Do not worry about them. Do not purchase them. The class notes, revision notes are enough for your preparation. And revision is important. That is why I'm telling you, try to be consistent, attend all the live classes, and complete your syllabus by March so that you have the whole month of April for your revision. And once your exams start, you'll get 1 week after your AFM paper and before your RBWM. For the RBWM paper, there we'll be doing our final revision. So we'll be starting with the foundation, building a strong base. Then we will move on to the crash and cracker. In the month of April, this will be our first revision. And then in the month of May, before our exam, we will revise again. In crash, we'll be revising the theory. In cracker, we'll be revising through the MCQs, numericals, and case studies in live class. Okay. And then in the capsule batches, again, we'll be doing the final revision. So this is the RBWM strategy that we are going to follow, and we are going to qualify our RBWM and JIB exam. Just that I need consistency. All right. So if you have any question regarding the paper, regarding the RBWM paper, syllabus, exam pattern, anything, if you have any question, then you can ask me. Otherwise, we are going to start with the first unit of our RBWM syllabus. Any doubts still here regarding your paper, regarding the exam, anything, or the strategy, your foundation batch? And yes, this batch is in complete English medium, so the classes will be in English, the study material will be in English, the notes that you are going to get, everything in English medium. All right? Okay. So let us start with the first unit again. We will be starting the module A, completing the whole module, first unit in detail. Your classes are probably starting very soon, in this week only. By I think Tuesday or Wednesday, your classes are starting for RBWM. Today, this is just an introduction class, so I will be giving an introduction of how we are going to approach the sessions, right? So, the module A has 4 units. First unit is retail banking and introduction. This is simply an introduction to retail banking. So, you'll be studying about the meaning of retail banking, characteristics of retail banking, advantages, constraints, evolution of retail banking, challenges for retail banking. These are the topics which are covered in your first unit. So, what is retail banking? I got 45, 45, 45, 64, 4 subjects. Shall I consider as pass? I think yes. What is the total for it? 64 plus 45 plus 45 plus 4. Oh no, you missed by 1 mark. Your total is 199. Let's wait for the final result. It is possible that the aggregate is done and you get 1 mark. Otherwise, you are missing by just 1 mark. If the aggregate does not total out to be 200, you'll have to give the 3 remaining papers in which you have scored 45 once again. Let us wait for the final result and then we'll see. Okay. What are the, in which paper did you score 64? In which paper did you score 64? The other 3 you'll have to attempt again if the aggregation is not done by the institute. Sometimes they do give you a grace mark if you are just missing by 1 mark. They do give you a grace mark. So let's wait for that. Okay. All right. So let us start first by understanding the meaning. Okay, you're asking. Okay, I thought that you have scored and then you're sharing with it. No. Okay. So your total should be 200. If your total is 200, then you will be considered as passed. Otherwise not. Okay? All right. So what is retail banking? Before the evolution of retail banking in India, the banking sector was basically focused on the business class, wholesale banking, right? On the business class. Now, after the introduction of retail banking, focus on individual customers is increasing. Individual customers who have a diversified portfolio. The business class, they approach the banks only for loans, that too of large quantity. But we as individuals, we have diverse needs. We want deposit facility. We want the different types of loans. We want home loan, education loan, personal loan. We also want investment through the bank, insurance facility through the bank. We want the locker facility, everything, right? So, dealing with the individual customers, providing banking products and services to individual customers and for their personal use, non-entrepreneurial purposes. Non-entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial means business. Non-entrepreneurial means for my daily life. Whatever needs are there, for that the banking products and services are being provided. So on the liability side, retail products would be the different types of deposit, saving deposit, current deposit, time deposit. Then the recurring deposit, two-in-one deposit is there. Asset size also, dealing with the large number of customers with low ticket size. The mass market, the large number of customers is mass market. Low ticket size. If I want an education loan, maximum what would be my requirement? 5 lakh, maybe 10 lakh. If I want a home loan, 50 lakh maybe. But if I want a business loan, it will be beyond crores. Okay, so dealing with the large number of customers with low ticket size. Now, there are two stages in retail banking. When we talk about the stages in retail banking, we are starting with the first module. We are starting with module A today. All right. In the foundation classes, you will get your live classes, I think, for module C first, C, D, and E, and then A and B. All right. Yes. So, what is the meaning of retail banking? It is clear: catering to the individual customers, providing banking products and services to the individual customers. Then it has two stages. First, the banks create products for the mass market, the large customer base. From this large customer base, when they are onboarded, then the banks select the high net worth individuals, individuals who are affluent, the affluent class, who are ready to pay a higher fee. For these customers, then the banks create tailor-made services, tailor-made or customized services. So this first stage is known as mass retail banking, and the second stage is known as class retail banking. Okay, first stage is known as mass retail banking, second stage is known as the class retail banking. These are the two stages of retail banking. First, standardized products like a savings bank account to all the customers. Second stage, class retail banking, tailor-made services. It would mean a mutual fund, or it would mean insurance product where fee-based services are there. Okay, so these are the two stages of retail banking. So what is mass retail banking? The banks provides standardized banking product to all its customers. The main aim of the banks during this stage is to create a sufficiently broad customer base, a broad customer base that would be providing the basic income for the banks. They provide a stable source of funding. From this broad customer base, then we move on to the class retail banking. In class retail banking, we provide customized services, and the target is a niche customer segment. The niche customer segment means the high net worth individuals, the affluent class. Okay, for their individual and personal needs, but now they are ready to pay higher fee. So for them, the class retail banking is there. And if the bank is catering only to the high net worth individuals, then it is known as private banking. Retail banking focused solely at the niche customer segment, the high net worth segment, is known as private banking. All right, so this is the meaning of retail banking: class retail and mass retail banking. Then what do the retail banks provide? On the retail sides, what are the products and services available for the customers? Banks, they provide the different types of liability products, savings account, current account, different types of asset products, mortgages, personal loan, debit or credit card, even certificate of deposit. Retail banks can be local community banks, or they can be divisions of large commercial banks. The main criteria for diversification is that they are providing individual customers, services to individual customers. Now, fintech companies have also entered the retail banking space. What is the meaning of fintech? There are two things: fin tech and tech fin. Fintech means a financial institution which is providing services using technology. So every bank is providing services using internet, smartphone apps, mobile apps are there, mobile banking, internet banking is there. That is fintech. TechFin means originally the company. It is a tech giant, a technology giant like Google, and they are providing financial services like Google Pay, Apple Pay. There are the telephone companies. They provide services, right? Airtel Payment Bank is there. Geo is there. So Techfin and fintechs have also entered the retail banking space. Even so, after the pandemic situation, people they do not want to stand in long queues in the bank branch. They want services on the go, anytime, anywhere. Send remittance, receive fund, apply for a loan, open an account. They want all the services through internet and mobile phone. So retail banking services are provided to the individuals. Corporate banking services are provided to the large corporates or business class. Now, in this diagram, as you can see, retail banking is mass retail banking or class retail banking for individuals. Even for agricultural and small MSME individuals, retail banks they provide the products, right? So we can say that retail banking caters to the individual needs of the agricultural farmers and the MSME individuals as well. But catering only to the wholesale and MSME firm, that is wholesale or corporate banking. MSME firm does not come under retail banking, MSME individual does, right? So these are the services provided by retail banks. Characteristics, they are targeted at individual customers and small organizations, meeting the need of large number of customers that have well diversified portfolio. They do not want loans, just loans. They want deposit, loans, locker facility, insurance, mutual fund, everything. They also want investment through the demat account, right? So the focus of retail banking is the mass market segment covering a large population of individual and non-individual entities, provides asset, liability, all the other services in both physical and virtual channels. So retail banking works on three principles. There is the multiple customers, different customer segments are there, multiple products, asset, liability, other party products are also provided, and multiple delivery channels through physical channel and through virtual channel, through mobile banking, ATM, phone banking, point of sale terminal, multiple channels are there. Services are extended to the small and medium size business as well. Apart from the individuals, services are catered to the small and middle business as well. What are the advantages of retail banking? The client base is sufficiently large. We have a large customer base available, so the risk will be spread across the customer base. This means that if the bank is catering only to, let's say, 100 customers, 100 corporate customers, if 50% of them default, it will be a huge loss for the bank. But when the banks are catering with the retail side, there are thousands and lakhs of customers. And even if a few of them default, the bank will not face a very high risk. So the risk is spread. Customer loyalty will be strong. The customers are not very keen to switch from one bank to another easily. If I already have a deposit in one particular bank, ABC, and I want to take a loan, I I have trust in that bank. I have been availing services from that bank. So I will approach the same bank. So customers tend not to change from one bank to another very often, right? Customer base is large, they cannot bargain for a lower rate of interest on loan. The corporate customers, they are few in number. The amount of loan, ticket size is more, so they can bargain for a lower rate of interest. But the retail customers cannot. They'll have to accept whatever the bank is offering. Otherwise, the bank can reject the loan. There is less volatility in demand. In the corporate side, the demand for loan will be more only when the economy is in a boom, when the economy is flourishing. But on the retail side, there will always be demand for a home loan, a vehicle loan, education loan, personal loan. People would always want to save money in their deposit account or fixed account. So there is less volatility. All right, and large number of clients are there. So upselling, cross-selling, mass selling is also possible. One customer avails a deposit product, we can cross-sell them an insurance product, a fee-based product that will increase the bank's income, right? These are the advantages and characteristics of retail banking. Okay, like I told you, this was just a demo session, introductory class. Like this, we will be studying. And in between, I will ask you if you have doubts, if you have queries, you can ask me. You can ask me to repeat anytime. Now, this question, a similar question was there in your exam also. This question is from your module A, the fourth unit, that is branch profitability. Here, you need to study about the three types of profit: gross profit, operating profit, and net profit. If you know the concept, you can easily solve the question. I'm not asking you to solve it right now. We are not solving it. I'm just telling you the types of questions that are asked. So the institute will very simply give you all the values. The sales is given to you, the cost of goods sold is given to you, operating expenses, interest, and taxes, everything is given. All you need to do is now apply the formula, and the formula is also very simple. Like the gross profit formula is what? Cost of goods. You need to use the cost of goods sold, right? Gross profit, sales minus cost of goods sold, you'll have the gross profit. Very simple, no long calculations. What is the operating profit? Operating profit is gross profit minus the operating expenses. From here you have the gross profit, operating expenses are already given to you. How do you calculate the net profit? From the operating profit, subtract the taxes plus interest. Taxes and interest is already given to you. So the numerical questions that are asked are very simple. I'm showing you this question so that you do not worry about numericals. Okay? But yes, conceptual clarity is important. Only when you understand the meaning of gross profit, operating profit, and net profit, then you will be able to answer this question. So do not straight away move on to practicing questions, practicing mock tests, and thinking that you will practice hundreds and thousands of mock tests and you will qualify the exam. No. First, attend the live classes, understand the concept, and then you will be able to answer this question. All right. Now, here, the total tax deduction has to be calculated. This seems to be a numerical question. Same question was asked. Okay, you need to, it seems to be a numerical question, but it is a theoretical question. What the institute asked: Mr. Rao contributes 1.2 lakhs towards the national pension under section 80 double CD1, 50,000 under the section double CD1B. Employer's contribution is given. He also pays 25,000 for medical insurance for his senior citizen, also senior citizen parents. So what is the total deduction? There's no multiplication, division, carryover, nothing. All you need to do is understand how do we calculate the total income. This is from module D. All right. Tax planning is there. The various deductions which are available under the Income Tax Act. From your total income, you can deduct these claims. So again, for that you need to understand the theory. You need to understand the concepts. Without understanding the concepts, you won't be able to answer it. Right? Again, it is a theoretical question. You need to have the conceptual clarity. This question again, this is the multiple statement question. Lengthy questions are there in your exam. This will be a 2 mark question. So here, a bank's internal audit team is reviewing the retail loan account for the special mention account classification. This question is from module B, right? Different scenarios are given: account A, B, C, D, and E. And the scenario is given: principal is overdue by 29 days, interest is overdue by 33 days. The SMA category requires more than 30 days, SMA zero account will be there, right? Then SMA 1 is there, SMA 2 is there. Again, to answer this question, you cannot simply practice the questions. You'll have to have conceptual understanding, right? That is why, and yes, if you visit the YouTube channel, if you watch the marathon sessions, same questions were there in your exam, what we had practiced. But to be able to answer these questions, first you need to understand the theory and the concepts. Okay, so I will be teaching you all of these concepts, all of the theory with deep, in-depth understanding so that the questions they easily come to you, right? That is all for today. And numerical questions, future value for annuity of 10,000 rupees per year for 6 years at an interest rate of 11%. This again, 2 mark question, one liner but 2 mark question. How do you solve it? You need to have the formula. You need to remember the future value of annuity due. How do we calculate it? If you remember the formula, then you will be able to answer it. And again, here the future value of annuity is asked. There's a different formula for future value of annuity due. So there also, there should be no confusion. All right. So how do you calculate the future value? Future value of ordinary annuity. The whole formula is there. The present value which is given 1 plus r raised to power n divided by I and minus 1. Okay. But again, to apply this formula, you need to have the understanding. So that is what we are going to do in our foundation batch. We'll be starting with the conceptual gaps. It is important that you understand the concepts in depth with clarity. Only then you will be able to answer these questions. And attending all the live classes will reduce your revision load by 40 to 50%. You'll get higher accuracy in case study and numericals if you have the conceptual clarity. Once we are thorough with the syllabus, you'll yourself understand how these questions that seem to be a bit tricky, they're actually easy. Okay, so you'll stay ahead of the exam cycle, and all your classes will be in the non-banking hours. Your RBWM classes will be at 10 p.m. daily, and on weekends on Sunday it will be 12 noon. Okay, so that you do not miss any of the classes due to your working schedule. All your classes, in fact, for all your papers, either 8 a.m. in the morning or after 7 p.m. in the evening, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. These will be your class timings. And this is the proven strategy. You'll get real life case studies for practical analysis in the live classes, complete syllabus. All the 5 modules will be completed. You'll get mock tests, PDF notes that you can download. You can also download the class videos and watch them offline. 24/7 access will be there. You can watch the recorded videos later on for your revision, right? Complete explanation will be in English, and your course will be valid till your exam. And this foundation batch is also included in the JIB Super Elite. Why I suggest to go for the Super Elite is that after the foundation, we'll be starting with the crash and cracker batches. Then you will have the capsule batches. We will have the numerical and case study practice sessions. Everything you are going to get in the Super Elite plan. You'll be able to download the videos, and there's a community option. If you look at your app or the website wherever you have joined, under the courses, there's the today classes, upcoming classes, and the last there's community. In the community, you can simply tag your mentor. When you press this button, you'll get the names of all the mentors. My name will also be there. You can tag me and ask any question. I am available to solve all your queries. That is all for today. And remaining, I think we have discussed each and everything. After that, your 2.0 May classes are for the RBWM. Let me also check the date for you. These are starting, the IEIFS will start from 6th. RBWM is starting on 9th. We are starting from module C. All right. AFM will start from 8th of January, IEFS from 6th of January, RBWM from 9th of January, and PPB after that. All right. So now, if you have any doubts or any queries, once the class is over, after I think 30 minutes or so, you'll be shown the recorded class in your app itself. In the Oliveboard app itself, you will get the recorded class also. Every class. Once the class is over, the recorded version is automatically uploaded. And like this, it will be there recorded and download the PDF. Watch recorded video, download the PDF. Both are there under your courses itself. Anything else? Any other doubt? Any other question? Okay, so let us end this session now. And now we will meet on 9th and we will start with our module C. Then D, E, A, and B. This is how we are going to proceed in our foundation classes. All the modules will be covered, live class. All right. There's a feedback option on your screen. There you can give me your feedback. You can leave a feedback for me if you want me to change anything, want me to go slow, go fast, any suggestion. If you liked the session, and the rating option is also there. So do give me your rating for the class, and I will see you in the live classes from 9th. I wish you all the very best. All I expect is give your 100%, attend the live classes, and I assure you, I guarantee this, that you will definitely qualify your RBWM paper in the May 2026 exam. All right. So thank you so much and all the best. Take care, and I will see you in the live classes. Thank you.